finger, this one here, that person, well, the person on the right was already stuck. So
like
old
right
Pelican,
on the road.
yeah, right on the road. So old Pelican in the cruiser went macking up on the left and got stuck beside him again.
Oh,
look at this. Oh, he's out. Like, just wait a sec. Like, he's not even helping the other person.
No,
just trying to look at him.
Yeah.
He's serious, mate.
There's not even.
Like, good on the cruiser. That was good work. I give credit. But I mean, come on, mate. Let's go over here. I'll go over and ask these people. Jeez. So yeah, back at you. So I just went up and seen just a couple of ladies there, just you know, trying to come onto the beach. They just forgot to drop their air and just sunk. But that's fair enough, you know. People, not all people know how to drive on the beach and that. He didn't even stop at what. I just went over to them then and asked how they were, and they said, yeah, no, they're right. They're just letting their tyres down. And I said, oh, did the Land Cruiser driver say anything to you? And he said, no. Like, jeez, it's just bad etiquette. Like, it's just absolutely ridiculous, you know. And come on, like, yeah, I just can't believe I just want to have that bit of a rant. You know, if you see someone bogged in the beach or in trouble, pull over and ask how they are, you know. Like, geez, it
didn't even look that he can pass him in
yeah,
there. He just went
and then bloody blew a whole heap of diesel out into the bloody sand. This bloody shitbox Land Cruiser. Not all Land Cruisers shitbox, but that guy just pissed me off, and he just, yeah. So all your Land Cruisers out there, drivers, they're not all shitbox, they're pretty good dudes, but yeah, just that pissed me off. That really pissed me off, that guy. And then he just got bogged beside her, and yeah. Anyway, if you're out and about, just, you know, be respectful of people. Pull over and see how they are. Don't be an arsehole. Like, there's no need for that shit. We're all out here enjoying it, you know, together. So just get out and say g'day and see how they are, you know. These guys are still there waiting, you know, they're letting their tyres down. If they need help, I'll get my winch and pull them out. So, but anyway, I just wanted to have that rant. And again, I just want to state, you know, not all Land Cruisers are shit boxes. I used to drive a lot of them. But yeah, that guy just pissed me off. So his car's a piece of shit too. Yeah. Anyway, over and out.
Caves. Or Woolshed Caves. So we're here for the second time and someone didn't want to come back here.
Not really.
But
That's good,
when
but it's not too bad. It's not worth coming back out here twice.
He's getting picky.
I'm getting picky.
Yeah, you.
Because I only want to show the fans the best. This isn't the best.
That's pretty good, I say. That's pretty good, huh? Not really.
Not worth the drive, that's for sure.
Well, it's a 35-degree day and it's alright. Just stay in the car for a little bit with the aircon on. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. We'll have a look again. We'll try to, because the first time we'll be here was so many people here. It was busy, very busy.
No one around at the moment, which is good.
So yeah, we'll just have a look.
Over there, though.
Yeah, there's another camp in here.
a shame, that like people can't come and stay at these spots because they're all booked out, but then people don't come, so then that creates people not to go visit the town of Elliston and spend money in there. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a shame, but anyway, it's been good for us because it's been nice and quiet. But
it kind of was nice to spend this couple of weeks just a bit quiet time before. During Christmas time and New Year.
Yeah. So now, anyway, we're off out and about, and a few good things that are around here. What did we see? We haven't seen a car. Whoop.
And we're looking around for some beaches.
Oh, they're both backing up.
And
He's going for it. He's going. What a nice fella.
In the deep water.
What a good fella.
That's what we're looking
So yeah, it's he went and seen the Talia Caves, two times. What else do we see? What else? Anything else? Is there anything else? We're just waiting for a car to go. That's all. Cheers, buddy. Legend, mate. Thank you.
Where else did we go? No, we just went to the beach a couple of times.
It was
just
hot,
here,
so...
just checked a couple of beaches here next to us. Oh, went to that it's like a scenic drive.
Yeah, that's
with all the sculptures, all the like.
Scary sharks.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Like, it's good little town, Elliston, not bad. Like all little towns, they get a bit more expensive, to stay at just because of the buying powers, and obviously the government putting prices up on fuels and everything, so it's bloody taxing on it and everything, so it's harder to get supplies out these ways, which is a shame. Should be the same everywhere. But anyway, that's a whole different kettle of fish. And I got another story for you as well. There's a bit of a stuff up on my behalf, actually. So little fella, anyway, got a few hives in it, so we had to go to the hospital and do a few things, and then on our way back out, we'll had to call into the servo to fuel up and get ready, because we're heading off shortly. Anyway, got into the servo, and I'd seen these weird couple in front of me. Like, they look weird. Not weird, but they were, dressed up in like the colourful clothes. The dude in front of me had bright blonde hair. I actually thought they were going to rob the place, and I was standing right behind him, and I was looking at him, and I was, he sort of looked at me and just sort of standing there. Anyway, they bought their Gatorade and whatever, and they left. And I was sort of a bit, that was a bit weird. Anyway, walked out.
And I noticed them as well. It's like, I was just watching them kind of outside. They were doing photos next to the car, and I'm like, oh. Yeah,
and they jumped in their Mercedes SUV, and anyway, jumped in, didn't think anything of it. We left, went about our business. Next night, just sort of going through my Instagram feed, just looking through, and this dude popped up, and I went, I know that guy. That looked like the guy from the bloody servo, because I noticed his blonde hair. You can't miss it, like his blonde hair. I'm like, I know that dude, his moustache and stuff. Anyway, I jumped on there, and it was Vitaly Botas, F1 driver. I think he races for Mercedes. He's now he's the third driver in the line to race for Mercedes.
He has like 5.4 million followers.
4.7 million followers. Jumped on there and looked, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Showed Mary, and it was like, look at this guy, this guy. She goes, yeah, we seen him yesterday. And said, look how many followers we got. 4.7 million. I've never seen the guy before. I don't know who it is, so that's why I didn't even realise. But then anyway, I look on his Instagram page, and yeah, he's in SA flicking around. So that was a bit of a beardy on my behalf. I should have, if I was a bit more onto it, I could have got a bit of a photo with him and stuff. He seemed like a pretty cool dude. Looked like a pretty funny character, the way he, went about himself. But yeah, that was a little story for the Elliston community. Elliston's only a tiny little town, and to run into someone like that, know,
Yeah.
around here. And he was sort of maybe a bit dumbfounded because no one recognised him. Like no one was running up to him getting photos or
That's
anything
why-
like that. He's just sort of looked at
That's
me.
why he
and I
probably
at
looked
him
at you
and-
like, are you gonna
yeah,
ask me
like
for,
you're gonna ask me
for photos?
but I looked at him and was like, what are you looking at, weirdo? But yeah, so yeah. Anyway, that was a bit of a highlight. Well, it wasn't really a highlight because I never got a photo with him, but anyway.
It will store in your memories.
Oh yeah.
It's a click. What is it called?
Yeah.
Click for that. Click.
Yeah,
What is
click.
the reference?
Yeah. Blink the eyes, click. But yeah, that's the highlight of the Elliston trip for the 2 weeks. So not much. Did a little bit of fishing, not too much. Yeah, but
It was just good time,
it's
quiet.
just good to quiet time over the holidays, you know. So now we're off to Streaky Bay. Not sure how that's going to be. You know, it's a bit eerie at the moment. There's just a young fella got taken by a shark. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, 28-year-old, which
It's
is
so
not,
sad.
It's so
Young.
sad. So yeah, we'll see how he's up there. Pay our respects and yeah, see how it is, and then we move on from there up to Seduna, and then yeah, across to WA. Can't wait to get into WA. So it's coming around pretty quick, pretty exciting. So yeah, we're just trying to see as much as we possibly can, not rush it, and go from there. But anyway, Streaky Bay, here we come.
Yep. Yeehaw!
Don't forget, over and out.